in this example we'll be looking at the part sorting system. So the sorting of the part is depending upon the size of the part. Okay, so we'll write a ladder program for the said application. So let us understand the system. Okay, so this is output Wi-Fi connected to this arm. So if this Wi-Fi is on, it will supply one part on this conveyor. Okay, so there are three types of parts are available. One is large, second is medium, and the third is small. So there are three types of parts available in the system. So the parts are coming randomly on this conveyor. Okay, so to provide or to have a part on the conveyor, we have to turn on output Wi-Fi. Now there is initial condition that the robotic arm has to be at the starting point, so that is X5 has to be on. So right now you can see that it is this robot arm is at the starting point, so this red light indicates that this robotic arm is at the starting point. Okay, so if I turn on the Wi-Fi, this robotic arm will pick one part randomly. It will take from any one of this and it will place on the conveyor. Okay, so after 1 second we have to turn off this. Okay, so to start the system we have to press the push button 1, that is X10. If I press the push button, so this is momentary push button. If I press this push button, I will turn on the Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi, if it is on, it will supply one part, random part on the conveyor, and if I turn off the Wi-Fi, it will come back to its original position. Again X5 will be on. Okay, so Wi-Fi has to be on for the 1 second, so that it will supply one part on the conveyor. So this process has to be started if I press the push button 1. So next, after that I need to start the conveyor. So how to start the conveyor? So the Y3 is the output connected to the PLC. So if the Y3 is on, it will start the conveyor. Now whatever part here on this conveyor is there, it will be moved towards the sensor. So this is the sensor used to measure the size of the part. Okay, so it has three inputs, that is X0, X1 and X2. If all these three sensors, that is all these inputs X0, X1 and X2, all three inputs are on, means that it is large. So X0, X1 and X2 all are on, means that it is a large size part. If only X1 and X2 is on, it is medium part, and only if X2 is on, we can say that the part on the conveyor is a small part. Okay, so this is the how the sensor works. So this sensor will give us the part on the conveyor is large, medium or small. Okay, so after that this conveyor is on, so it will move towards the sensor X4. So this when so X4 sensor gives us indication that the part on the conveyor has been moved or shifted to this outer box. Okay, so again when the job on the conveyor goes to the end box, we have to turn on, we have to supply the next part on the conveyor. So this is fully automatic system. So the job on the conveyor goes in the box, we have to supply the new part. So we have to again turn on the Wi-Fi for the 1 second. Again the same process will repeat and we can have. The next thing is we have to count the number of parts on the conveyor. Okay, so how many parts on this conveyor are large, how many parts are from the medium size, how many parts are from the small size. So we have to count the number of parts on the conveyor. Okay, so this is how the system works. Okay, so to summarize, I will summarize the system. So if I have to press the push button 1, that is X10, one part will come on the conveyor. The conveyor will be moving forward. Now this is the sensor which will tell us what the size of the part is there, and again we have to count the number of parts on the conveyor. When this part falls in the box, The sensor will give us information that the part on the conveyor has been fallen in the box. Again we have to turn on the Wi-Fi, so the system will repeat and it will get the number of parts available on the conveyor or in this box. Okay, so this is the system how it works. So let us write the ladder program for this. Okay, so we'll write the ladder program for the sorting system. Okay, so I will be using X10 as a start button and I will be using X11 as a stop push button. So PB1 is my start button and PB2 is my stop button. So if I press the start button, one part has to come on the conveyor, so we have to start the Wi-Fi output for the 1 second, and also we have to check that before starting Wi-Fi it has to be at initial position. So we'll write like this. So first click on the edit ladder button. Now if I press the start button, that is X10, so I will load the contact of X10 and I need to ensure that if I press the start button and the robot arm has to be at the initial position, so I will write in series NO contact of X5, so both has to be on. So if I press the push button and this robotic arm is at the initial position, then only I need to start the Wi-Fi. So I will start the Wi-Fi output. I need to latch this Wi-Fi output. So I have latched this Wi-Fi output. Now this Wi-Fi output has to be on for the 1 second, so I need to start a timer. So similarly I will start a timer. Timer number 0 and I want 1 second, so I will write K10. The value of the timer is 10. Okay. So after T0 we have to stop this Wi-Fi. So we have to write NC of T0 over here. So LDI T0. So after T 1 second this will open, so latch will be open and this Wi-Fi will be off. So we'll test this circuit first. So first I need to convert this. So we'll test this much of program first and then we'll write the remaining logic. So I need to write this into the PLC. So click on write to PLC button. Right now it is writing into the PLC. Writing has been completed. Now we have entered in the simulation mode. So if I press the push button 1, you can see here X10 will be on. So right now the robotic arm is at the initial position, so X5 is on. So you can see that X5 is on over here. So if I press the start button, so see here, now this is large part. Coming again, it is come back to the initial position. Okay. So if I again press the start button, it is giving me a new job. If I am again pressing the start button, it is giving one job on the conveyor. Unless and until it is at the starting position, I cannot press the start button. If I press, it will not turn on the Wi-Fi. Okay, Wi-Fi will be on only and only if Wi-Fi is on. So this is about the supply command logic. Okay, so now when Wi-Fi is on, now we have to turn on the conveyor. Okay, so when the Wi-Fi is on, we'll turn on the conveyor. So conveyor output is Y3. You can see here conveyor output is Y3. So we'll start the Y3 and we'll latch the Y3. Okay, because Wi-Fi is on for the 1 second. Okay, so it is going to be off. So we need to latch the Y3 via this path. So we are using the NO contact of Y3 in parallel with the Y5, so it will latch the Y3. So Y3 is continuously on, and we can turn off this Y3 if I press the stop button. So stop button is my push button 2 and the address is X11. So it is a push button, so I will write NC of X11. So if I press the stop button, this will open and it will cut off the latched part. It will unlatch the Y3. So conveyor is on. Now if the conveyor is on, the part will move from this end to this end. Okay. So when the conveyor is on, we have to test the part. So Y3 is the output. When Y3 is on means what? Conveyor is on. So when the conveyor is on, we have to test the part. We have to check. We have to check the size of the part. Okay. So if the part is large part, means X0, X1, X2, all three inputs are on. We have to turn on a indicator which is indicated by L. So we have to turn on the Y10, and Y10 will be off when X4 becomes on. Okay. So in between this part and this part, your indicator will be on. Okay. Suppose there is a large part. Okay. Means that X0, X1, X2, all three are on. In that case, it is a large part. So we have to turn on the large indicator over here, and this will be on until your part goes below into this box. So X4, when X4 is on, means that part is falling. Okay. So till this duration, from sensor to the X4 duration, we have to turn on the indicator. So if the part is large part, we have to turn on this Y10, that is large indicator. If the part is medium, means what? X1 and X2 are on, X0 is off. In that case, the part is medium part, right? So in that case, we have to turn on the middle output, medium output. And if the part is small, means what? Only X2 is on, X1, X0 both are off. In that case, the part is small, so we have to turn on the indicator, that is small indicator. So Y12, and all this indicator will be on during this period. Okay. So if Y3 is on, now we have to test the sensor. So if there is a large part, all the sensors will be on. Okay. So we'll write X0, X1, X2. Okay, so all three sensors are on, means what? It is a large part. So we have to turn on the Y10. So it is indicated by Y10, so that is large part. Okay, so again we have to latch this because the sensor will be on for this only short period of time. So we need to latch this Y10. So Y10 will be latched up, and when this Y10 has to be off, when the X4 comes on. Okay, so during this period your Y10 will be on, means large indicator will be on during this period, so sensor to the X4 position. So it has to be turned off at X4. When the X4 comes, this will open and the latch part will become unlatched part. Okay, so Y10 will become off in that case. Okay, so similar logic we have to write for the small part or medium part. Okay, so I will copy this logic and I will paste the logic. So I have copied the logic. So in that case, so if the part is small part, X1, X2 will be on, so X1, X2 will be on and X0 will be off. So we have to write when X0 is off, so X0 is off and X1, X2 on, so this will be middle part. So middle part, the output is 11, Y11, so we'll change this to Y11. Now this latching has to be again changed to the Y11. Again we'll copy this, we'll paste over here. Now Y3 as it is, now it is has to be for small part. Small part means what? X2 has to be on, X1, X0 has to be off. So X0 is off, X1 also has to be off. X2 is on means it is a small part. The output for the small, it is Y12. So we'll change this to the Y12. Similarly, here it will be Y12. Okay, so this Y10, Y11, Y12 will be on for the this to this duration. Okay, so in a real-time simulation, we can observe that what is the part on the conveyor. If it is large part, you can see that all these indicator will be red. So it is indicated over here. So we have to monitor this part whenever the conveyor is on. Now the next thing is that we have to count the number of parts. Okay, so to count of number of parts, we have to just increment the value of a resistor when this is on. So if the part is large part means what? If it is LDP, rising edge of Y10. So whenever there is a large part is there, so we'll be using Y10. Rising edge of a Y10 is there. We have to increment the value. So I will write INC instruction and I will use a data register D0. So whenever there is a Y10 is there, it will increment the value of data register D0 by 1. Okay, so I will copy this. So D0 data register indicates the number of parts for the large. If it is Y11 means that part is medium size. We have to increment the value of D1 data register. D1 indicates the number of parts on the conveyor which are medium. Similarly, if it is Y12, we will be incrementing value of D2 register. Okay, so now quickly we'll comment this program. So D0 gives you the value of the number of large part, D1 gives you the number of medium parts, D2 gives the number of small parts on the conveyor. Okay, now one thing is remaining, that every time we need to press the start button, otherwise we will not get a new part on the conveyor. If we want to automate this process, what is the last sequence is the X4. When the job comes near X4, we can again start this supply command. Okay, so to do this, we'll insert one line over here. Now we'll insert new line over here, and parallel to X10 we'll write rising edge of X4. Whenever X4 comes, means that part comes from here, conveyor to the box, it will restart the system. So Wi-Fi will be on in that case. Okay, so first we'll convert the program, then we'll write the comments. So X10 is our PB1, X4 is our sensor, X5 is the starting point, Wi-Fi is our supply command, Y3 is our conveyor, Y10 is our indicator, large indicator, Y11 is our medium indicator, Y12 is small indicator, and these are the sensors. Okay, so lower, X0 is upper sensor, X1 is the middle, X2 is the lower. So we'll write this program into the PLC. So we have to click on the write to PLC button. Now the program has been written into the PLC. Now the simulator will start. Okay. So I will press the start button. So large part has been come. You can see here all three are red. You can see here only 2 red, so it is medium one. I can see that last only X2 will be on. Okay, so you can see here the sensor, how the sensor works. Also you can monitor the indicator Y10, Y11, Y12 over here. So it is large part, so Y10 is on. So Y10 is on here, so all indicator, and you can see here the number of parts on the here. So you can see here the large part, 4 large parts were there, 2 medium parts were there, and 2 small parts were there. So this data register will indicate the number of parts on the conveyor.